I wanted to just give you a little video update about where the course is going this week and what is expected of you and kind of what I'm viewing after the first weeks of the course and ways to improve, get better, and really get the most out of this course, which all of you are capable of. So first and foremost, a couple things I wanted to discuss in terms of work being turned in and things being done on time. That is right off the bat, one of the foremost ways to succeed in this course is to make sure everything is getting in on time. So one of the biggest issues that I think we've had in the first couple weeks is trying to get the initial forum post in by Thursday night, Friday at the latest, so that we have enough time and we all have enough time to read through each other's posts and make sure that our replies are good. The replies have been by far the best part of each of your posts here in the first couple of weeks. It's that initial original post that almost everybody is lacking in. And the initial original post, quite frankly, they've just been too brief. They've been too brief with accurate information and terms and those types of things for this type of university level course. So I want everybody to focus on two things this week with that forum post. Now the forum post, the graded activity 3-1, we see is a post that is linked to two videos. The first video being a look into a little bit more of an in-depth look into Sparta and their interestingly peculiar culture for the Mediterranean world. And then it'd be Greece, Engineering, and Empire will be the second video. So let's make sure that we view the aspects of that video. That forum post hopefully is going to be interesting for you guys this week, because what I'm asking you to do is to play adjunct instructor. Basically, you're in charge of a course on Greece. That's what I'm asking you to kind of step into my role almost and imagine that you're the teacher for a course on Greece. And you're choosing a specific aspect from each video, the one on Sparta and the one on Engineering and Empire with Greece, that you feel would be the part that you would show a class if you were teaching a course on Greece. So I'm very interested to see how you guys will take that one. And try to get, like I said, those posts in by Thursday night at the latest on Friday, so that you can score the highest and best possible point value on those assignments. What else is going on this week? If you're looking at the learning module, we're getting into we're finishing chapter 5 with Greece. So make sure that in your main textbook you're finishing up chapter 5 in the World Society's textbook, and we're moving into chapter 6 on Republican Rome. We're basically, the page numbers are all outlined in the module, which you're reading on that. We're basically reading from, and we're learning about Republican Rome, their cultural ideals, what they thought about themselves, and basically we're taking it up to the time of Julius Caesar and the civil wars and the Roman emperors. That stuff, the rest of chapter 6, we will conclude with next week during week 4. So like I said, this is kind of the halfway point at the end of this coming Sunday for the course. Make sure that you're at the best possible place you can be halfway through, because like I said, this is an accelerated course. It's one that if you are struggling a bit to start with, we have plenty of time to make the corrections, the necessary corrections, to score better on all of these assignments. The second graded activity, 3-2, is looking into the Roman 12 tables. The Romans wrote basically a Bill of Rights for their citizens in the 400s, and it's called the 12 Tables. And it's outlined in your source book under source, very first one, 6-1. All right, the Romans set their basic laws in stone on the 12 tables. You're reading about that. There's an additional link on the module about the 12 tables, and I hope that you would read through that as well before you go ahead and answer those things. Now, with our document submission and source reaction assignments, the thing that I'm noticing that everybody tends to be struggling with the most is making clear and accurate connections to the modern world. All right. So when you choose in activity 3-2, when you choose the laws that you think most apply, or that you read through them and you're like, hey, that sounds kind of like a modern law. Be accurate with your choice and your connection. Don't just say, "Oh, that sounds like a modern law that I heard, or that I think we have in Kentucky, or that I heard about this law in Ohio." Look it up, find the specifics, and make sure that your connections are accurate and that they are specific in order to score the best possible point value on that activity. The last thing for the week, of course, due Sunday night, is the weekly test assessing your ability to sort of make sense of the week's material. All right. So the test, the test for the first couple of weeks, man, they've been great. It's been like I said, one of the best aspects of this course so far from my perspective to look at, is you guys are doing a really good job assessing the material and then putting forth your ideas on the test. So keep that up coming up here during week 3. If you got any questions or anything on the material, don't hesitate to Canvas message me or send me an email. Again, so this week we've got our 3 normal activity assignments: the post ideally by Thursday or Friday, and then the reply by Sunday, the submission on the 12 tables by Sunday night, and then test number 3 by Sunday night as well. All right. Again, we're moving into the halfway point here, and I hope that you guys are enjoying the material. I'm enjoying going through it and seeing how each of you are getting better and more familiar with how the course is going to be run. I love to see that you guys are starting to make the modern connections, which is the whole point of history. If you can't make modern connections, if you can't look at something that's happening 2,000 years ago and say, man, we still kind of do those types of things, then history just doesn't make sense, and it's not fun to learn. So I'm hoping that you're starting to have those bells go off in your head where you're like, hey, that looks like a modern connection, and I want to put that in my post or in my paper. Okay? So again, like I said, got questions, don't hesitate to ask me. And then this week, Greece and Rome, man, it's going to be some good stuff, and we get to really get into some cultures that still affect us on a daily basis. All right? I'll talk to you soon, and until then, take care, everybody.